Hey guys, it's Steph from Hot Moving, and this Cleveland Browns Tennessee Titans game is going to be a really fascinating game because this game is going to have a lot of multiple storylines. Obviously, with Shedeur Sanders, going up against Camp Ward, number one pick. Shedeur Sanders being the 5th round draft pick. Okay, could this be the game where Shedeur Sanders needs to show he can do more? Okay, even though last week losing against 49ers, it wasn't his fault, more of a game manager type of game, but that was a collapse due to the special teams and just bad field positioning. You go to this game, and it was back and forth early, and then the Browns kind of let the game get away a little bit, but then they battled back. Okay, definitely try to watch this game, going back and forth between the Steelers game, which I'll get to in a bit. But I caught enough of this game to see that Kevin Stefanski. I don't know how many excuses people can make for his play calling in the red zone, especially taking Shedeur out, doing these 2-point conversions. Okay, he had failed 2-point conversions. Okay, that's 4 points left, or those are 2 points left if you just went for field goal for at least a tied game. Okay, and we could have gone for a fantastic finish, and no. Okay, Shedeur Sanders played well. Okay, I know he had a lot of passing attempts, but they were playing from behind a majority of the game, or at least especially the second half. Okay, and they made a comeback. All right, so he had to throw the ball more. He only had 1 interception, 1 turnover. Okay, but he wasn't the problem. The team, he definitely had this team positioned to win the game, and it was Kevin Stefanski's shitty play calling that done him in. Okay, I didn't think at that moment it was necessary. Earn the other 2-point conversion attempt. I didn't think it was necessary to go for 2. Take the points. Okay, your defense, even though it wasn't playing good, could they get a stop? They got the stop. You got the ball back. Shedeur gets a touchdown. Okay, so you could get that points. Okay, no, you got to go for another 2-point conversion, and then that other 2-point conversion was a complete debacle. So what could I finally assess with this game is that the talk of the game at the end of, we're not talking about Shedeur's performance. We're talking about Kevin Stefanski's play calling. That's what this narrative has been in this game. It's not going to be about him outdoing. people are going to talk about some people are going to talk about him against Camp Ward. I'm definitely going to talk about it in a bit. But, the main talking point is going to be about how bad the play calling has been. And why are you continue to take out Shedeur Sanders, especially these situations where it'd be critical to have the guy who has been your quarterback all game, keep you guys in the game. Okay, I think they had the lead at one point. It's a no-brainer. And Kevin Stefanski, again, I don't see how he's going to be there next year, right? It's like you're coaching his team to fail. He's making it seem like he's the smartest guy. Trying to make it seem like he's the smartest guy in the room. I guess, who knows? I don't understand it. It doesn't make any logical sense at this point. This could have been a great win, second career NFL win for Shedeur Sanders. With the numbers that he has put up, going up against the number 1 pick in Cam Ward. Look, no knock on Cam Ward. Okay, different circumstances for these guys. Okay, but Cam Ward has been the guy, the starter all year. Shedeur Sanders, this is his 3rd NFL career start, and he already looks like the better quarterback than Cam Ward. I already thought he was. I thought he was a better quarterback than Cam Ward. Okay, these guys were looked at as top quarterback prospects coming to the draft, especially Cam Ward being the number 1 consensus. Shedeur Sanders could be a top 10 pick, consensus. But you know what? We're not going to go through all that, but, clearly he fell to the 5th round for whatever reasons. Okay, sure, the reasons could be, arrogant, brash, cocky, saying all that nonsense, right? All that stuff. Could do the whiteboard stuff, all that crap, right? Whatever. All right, listen, I like talent. I'll take talent over all the other stuff, and we can work on that stuff if it doesn't become a problem, And so far, Shedeur Sanders hasn't been a problem. Okay, the media tries to ask him these weird questions and stuff like that and try to get him tripped up and question the play call and stuff like that. And he has to say, I'm happy to play on the football field and stuff. That's all fine and dandy. But clearly, for the eye test, I'm not surprised by Shedeur Sanders outperforming Cam Ward. I'm not. The Browns defense, look, man, not his best. You got Pollard going the hell off, former Dallas Cowboy guy, going off for 160 yards. Absolutely wild. Is this the second most yards this season? I think like Jonathan Taylor had like a 200-yard game or something. I don't know. Crazy. Crazy. Where was Myles Garrett? Where was the run stop? I know Myles Garrett's a pass rush, not a run stopper. So, but where was the pass rush, right? Where was the defense? Where was this great Browns defense that he was talking about for this game, right? Didn't show up. So for me, my takeaway for this game is really not Shedeur Sanders' performance, right? I'm not surprised considering how he looked in the Raiders game, how he looked in the 49ers game, and then he blows up in this game. I feel like he was trending to have a big game, okay? With real preparation, so you think. And, I feel like Shedeur Sanders, he has some good scramble plays. He looked overall, he looks like a pro quarterback. He does. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a pro quarterback. He's going to make some mistakes here and there, but he looks like a guy that if you actually invest time and develop some time into him, that he could be your quarterback in the future, right? But at the same time, if I should have said this, why the hell am I going to be the Browns? You know what I'm saying? Why not going to be... Look, I know Shedeur is grateful for the opportunity to just be a starter and play the league and get some NFL snaps and get some footage on tape. And... look, it seems like Andrew Berry and them are cool, so I don't think they're going to get rid of Shedeur Sanders, but ultimately, though, they need to really get rid of Kevin Stefanski. If they really do think Shedeur Sanders is a quarterback in the future, I just don't see how this marriage is going to work at all. At this point in the season, we know the season's over, but at least give the Browns fans some hope. Let them have something good to cheer about and seal the day with a victory, or put your team in position to get a victory instead of making it extra hard with your shitty play call on these 2-point conversions, man. Absolutely wild, man. But Shedeur Sanders did look good. He looked good overall. I know he had to throw a lot of footballs and stuff like that, 42 pass attempts, but only one interception considering all those passing attempts and over 300 yards and 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. The guy balled out. You know what I'm saying? The talk should really be about his performance. Okay. We're not going to be talking about the Titans, but the Titans are no good either. But, who cares about the Titans? But we're really looking at Shedeur Sanders' performance. But, it's mauled by Kevin Stefanski all over again. Right? And then Kevin Stefanski in the post-game interviews just, no emotion, doesn't take accountability. It'd be like, okay, maybe I should have gone for that. But he's not gonna say that. He's gonna stand on business or not stand on anything at all. Or whatever business he's hiding internally, and feel that it's justified, knowing that he's probably on the way out and he should go. Right? I'd be shocked if he's back next year. You know what I'm saying? Because if he is back next year as a head coach, if I'm Shedeur Sanders, why would I wouldn't be out? Can y'all train me? Can y'all cut me? Can y'all release me? Seriously. Kevin Stefanski is very detrimental to Shedeur Sanders' career if he is still raised a head coach and they look at Shedeur Sanders as being the clear-cut future. As in my eyes, he is. Okay, I don't see Dylan Gabriel setting foot on the field again unless it is a injury to Shedeur Sanders. and he's the number 2 guy. Right. So, anyways, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.